stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop, let this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back, get your lick back. If a nigga owe you something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop, let this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX. J-Way. I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless. I'm gone. Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck. Give me that. To the trends. See you, Lee, be the band.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Postgame Podcast. We are close to a final in Minnesota. We got about a minute left, but the Pistons are up big, 107-85. I don't always know what to make of these day games, but this was a goodie. The Timberwolves never really had a chance in this game, to be honest. The Pistons kind of kept them in the game early. We had a lot of turnovers in the first half. I think it was 10-9. So, I mean, Minnesota had a lot of turnovers as well, but we were getting good shots up. We were just giving the ball away. And early on it kept Minnesota in it. But came out in the second half. We just came out in the second half and shut them down. They entered the game without Anthony Edwards, without Ayo Dosunmu, without McDaniels. So, three good players, but the Pistons are not without their own set of absences. So as far as I'm concerned, it was nearly even. They still had Julius Randle, they still had Rudy Gobert, Bones Highland, Mike Conley. They had some Dante DiVincenzo. I mean, he's the only one that seems to have showed up today for them. He knocked down. I mean, he was only 7 of 18, but he knocked down his fair share of threes to kind of keep them above water. But ultimately, good effort on both ends of the floor. Tobias Harris had it going early. Kind of a quiet game for Jalen Duren. Let's pull up how many points he had. 10 points for the entire game. So, quiet game for him. Quiet game for Dennis Jenkins up until the end when he started taking off late in the game. CJ Woods in the building. Dennis Jenkins was pretty quiet up until the very end of the game. Another good game from Paul Reed, as he does so well. Ron Holland was good in the second half. He had he knocked down a three, had some dunks, 2 steals. Karis LeVert played good defensively. Another good game from Herter. Got a final 109-87. I've got the bench in for some minutes at the very end of the game. But pretty balanced. Nobody had the leading scorer of the game was Tobias Harris. He did a really good job on Julius Randle. Let's pull up Julius Randle's stats. He finished with 11 points, 2 of 13. That was a big matchup for us. But pretty balanced. Duncan had 10. Duren had 10. Nobody had 20 points or more, but just a good team win. Good team win in the third quarter. In the third quarter, I want to say they went 4 of 19 from the field. Because going into the second half, the score was 47-44. Was that the score? No, 49-44. It looks like. So they were relatively in the game, but yeah, it fell apart in the second half. They just didn't have enough scoring. They really needed Julius Randle to have a big game. He did not. They really needed just those scores. Bones Highland was 2 of 10. That's not going to work. Naz Reid, 24 minutes, 8 points. She's not going to get the job done. This is a team that the Timberwolves had their riff with the Pistons last year, and a couple of guys that were focal points of that riff. Ron Holland and Dante DiVincenzo had pretty good games. Timberwolves just needed more. They didn't have too much outside of, Rudy Gobert got some easy dunks. I will say that. But DiVincenzo, even with him being the leading scorer of the team with 22, went 7 of 18. Had to hoist 14 threes. So let's pull back up the team stats. As you can see, the Pistons shot pretty well, 52% from the field. Timberwolves not so much, 32% from the field. All the Pistons also shot pretty well from three, 38% to their 21%. One thing that kind of kept them in the game outside of DiVincenzo's threes was they did get to the line 33 times, which was double what the Pistons did. But other than that, Pistons out-rebounded them by a considerable amount. They moved the ball around well, 28 total assists. Still needed to clean up the turnovers. The Pistons did have 20 turnovers to their 15, but the Timberwolves weren't really able to convert a lot of those turnovers into points. They got doubled up in the paint. Yeah, and we were pretty much in control of the lead the entire time. We led 91% of the time, and our largest lead was 24 points. So, like I said, this was never really in the possession of Minnesota to take over. And to respect to them, they were without their best player, but we're also without our best player. They were also without their best defensive player, arguably outside of Asar Thompson, who had another good defensive game. Let's pull up his box score. 4 steals from Asar. Yeah, his defense, if he can ever develop any remnants of offensive game, which I can't say that he doesn't, because he does have that little mid-range, turnaround laser shot that is kind of, it's becoming a patented move. It's becoming a signature move for sure. But yeah, a lot of turnovers though. He had, Duran had 3. Asar only had 1. Holland had 4 though. Those guys have all the athleticism in the world, have all the defense in the world. If that shot ever develops, that's going to be problems for the league, no doubt about it. For all the Pistons fans, they give their belt out after every game. I can't remember who got the last one, but if I had to give a belt out, it'd be probably Tobias. Yeah, it'd probably be Tobias. Yeah. Leading scorer, 7 of 10. 4 assists, 3 blocks. Wow. Yeah, great game from Tobias. Good week for him overall. I want to say he had a couple of really good games. He had a game-tying shot against Atlanta a couple, earlier this week, but all in all, he stepped up offensively when the team really needed him. And, I think I already talked about this, but Cade is back to non-contact basketball activities. So is Isaiah Stewart. We should see Isaiah Stewart very soon. Let's pull up our schedule. See when Stu might be coming back. Another good win against a quality team, shorthanded or not. A good road win at that. Very because I think 6 of our last 8 or something like that are on the road. So yeah, winning. So a road game against a playoff team is always a good sight to see. So what we got coming up? Our next game is on Monday against the Thunder in OKC. That's going to be a tough one for sure. We'll see if Stu comes back. Got one more day. I think we're more likely to see him Tuesday against the Raptors in Toronto. We'll be looking for some get back in that game. And then, we got the Timberwolves again back home in Detroit. So yeah, good win, good balanced team effort. The defense, as usual, set the tone for us. But yeah, we won that one pretty handily. Subscribe to the channel. Pull that up for y'all. Subscribe to the channel. I try to recap as many games as I can. Monday we'll be doing a Central Division show. And yeah, good win for the Pistons. Final score, one more time for those that missed it, was 109-87. Yep, 13 plus 9. What's that? 22. 22-point victory. Not bad. Yeah, we almost beat Atlanta. But it's your boy Foster Child. I'm out.
Get your lick back. If